My name is Abby Wheeler and I am the Student Registration Specialist for the Sioux Falls School District, and I nominated Becca Erikson for All-Stars. Becca is our Student Accounting Specialist. It's interesting because it really has not a lot to do with students. It actually really encompasses Infinite Campus and all the registrations that we handle here and training and all the details that are focused on with grades, attendance, and how all of that gets managed in Infinite Campus. We have just a ton of clerical in our buildings, and they wear so many hats, and they play a huge role on how the buildings function day to day. And we always support our teachers, and they have in-services and things like that. And in recent years, I think we're all starting to realize that it's not just our teachers that need to be supported, but maybe our clerical as well. I feel like Becca plays a huge role in supporting those clerical and other staff in our buildings that work with Infinite Campus. She might not be in the buildings day to day, but she is playing a huge role here in our office, supporting those clerical with all their questions about Infinite Campus. If student's schedule doesn't look right or their grades aren't showing up like they're supposed to, she's usually the first one they call. And even when I'm struggling, I'm like, let me ask Becca. She's gonna know the answer to that. So she's really just the backbone for all things Infinite Campus for what our clerical need. She does trainings for anybody that's gonna touch Infinite Campus. So that means she's gotta know roles of everything that everybody does, whether it's the attendance clerical, community campus facilitators, elementary clerical, or middle school counseling secretaries. You don't realize how many positions we have in our district, and she's got to know the ins and outs of all those positions and giving them all the tools they need to be successful in their jobs. Infinite Campus can be super overwhelming. It's not an easy system to work with, and she's often the first training that these clerical get. So she's got to give them some reassurance because it can be intimidating, and I've watched her just be super supportive of them, and to the point where they're calling her for things that aren't Infinite Campus because, hey, she was really helpful and I'm going to call her again because she might point me in the right direction, and she does. She knows the inner workings of our district, and if she doesn't have the answer, she can get them to the place that they do. So she just has become a huge support for clerical, and I think that's so important and so needed in making them feel supported, and so they keep wanting to work for us and support our buildings and the students that we all care about. We also realize that we can tell staff this stuff, but it needs to be somewhere that they can reference. So she created this clerical website from scratch, just built it from ground zero, and then she all of a sudden, hey, we're going to implement Canvas. Everybody needs to transition to this. Awesome, and you've got maybe 2 weeks to get it together. So she just quickly transitioned and got everything there and wanted it to be ready to use when school started, when they needed it the most. So she put in the extra time and got it all together, and I didn't hardly hear any grumblings from her about that. So that's just super impressive to me that she understood that the value is there and that our staff need that and just took charge and went with it. The clerical don't just need support for Infinite Campus, they need it for all the random things that come up, like, hey, this parent came in and they've got this legal situation, who do I talk to, or who needs this document? Like, there's a protection order, where does that go, or different things like that. And we're just realizing that they just need somebody to go to. And so she's kind of fulfilled that role, whether it's part of her job duties or not. We've realized that there's a need for it, and she's just rose to the occasion. And right now I'm just super impressed that she just dives in there, and whatever questions they have, she finds the answer for them, and it's just super awesome to see her just support them as much as she does. I've just heard from many clerical how supportive Becca is and how much they appreciate what she does, and I just thought that she deserved the recognition for all she does for the clerical, and we're just super grateful to have her on our team and just excited for all the things that she does for us.